Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We are back with Football Manager 2019 and Easter Resurgence with BFC Dynamo in today's episode. We've got a tough match. We're away from home. We're against First of Valde, who are in second place. We're in third. We've had a good start to the season. We have unfortunately lost our unbeaten run since we last met. That has been ended, and we're looking good though. We're in third place. We're doing a lot better than we were at the start of last season, so things have gone well. So one match today. I'll go through some other matches we played off screen and a few new signings as well. The window has now shut, but we brought in some new players. I think probably 3 or 4 players to show you. So in last episode's double live com, we defeated Babelsberg 2-0 to equal Leipzig's 30-match unbeaten record from 2013. And then beating Halberstadt 1-0 saw us beat that record and set one ourselves at 31 matches. So we played 5 matches off screen, but before I show you those, I'll show you the new players that we've brought in. It's actually 6 players. Some of them are going to play a bit less of a role. They're going to be very much backup players. But 6 signings. We'll start off with Burim Halili, who is German, and he's on a non-contract, so not paying him any money. He wants to be paid for any appearances that he has though. He's 3-star, he's got 5-star potential. Not particularly good in the air, but his marking's decent, his tackling's alright, so hopefully he can do more defending in open play rather than like set pieces. His jumping reach is decent, he just can't really head the ball very well. Last played for at First and Valde, got released by them. We picked him up on a free, but not paying him any actual wages, so he's not going to make too much of a hole in the budget. We have actually spent some money this time though. We didn't really have it to spend. We're still like over £300,000 in debt, but we have actually spent what little transfer budget we have. We moved it around a little bit and got some more wages in, but we have spent some money. Starting off with Erdal Akdari, who's going to give us another option at left back along with Josh Silva. He's Turkish, he's 26. Overall attributes are okay, 12, 13 and 12 for the main like technical stats. He's got good determination, he's aggressive, his physicals are very well-rounded. Last played for Bautzen. Didn't play a lot last season. Right, he played 4 games for them, but last season played 13 matches for Bautzen. Didn't do too badly. Played 2 matches for us so far at left back, and he's been pretty solid. So looks alright. I think him and Silva will sort of rotate a bit this season. They're both good options. But Akdari maybe just has a bit more over our Silva. We'll see. We've gone back to RB Leipzig for a central midfielder. Max Winter has joined on a season-long loan. 18-year-old central midfielder. Mayet Jacques I gave up on because he just was not interested in joining us. But Max Winter in a central midfield role. More of a defensive role, but he's going to be sort of a backup to McConnon. Another option at least as a more defensive-minded midfielder. He can play as a central midfielder. I think will mainly be a ball winner though. Marking at 12, alright. Tackling's decent. Mentals, again, not too bad. Again, very balanced. Physically, looks like a good option on loan from Leipzig. Max Korka though is more of the playmaker that we needed, and we finally got one in. It took a lot of searching. There weren't a lot of players that we could really get that we could actually afford to like sort of pay. We are paying some wages for Korka. He was on loan from Dynamo Dresden. 3.5-star current ability, got the 5-star potential. Can play as a deep line playmaker or an advanced playmaker, and can play a bit further up the pitch as well if we need him to. Passing at 12, not too bad. Teamwork and vision at 13 is decent. Physically, a little bit of pace about him. Looks like a decent option in central midfield. Lionel Salah has returned to the club after a loan last season from Babelsberg. He went back to them on a new contract. For some reason had it terminated and he was a free agent. So we've brought him in on a non-contract again. But if he does well, then I got no issue with actually tying him down to a part-time contract. But we'll just see how he goes. He's got 1 assist already, so he's not had too bad a start. But we'll ease him in and we'll see how he does. But he's back again, so hopefully he'll provide a good option for the right. And lastly, we've got a bit of cover up front. He's probably better than our 2 strikers we currently have. Kai Kleinert, or Kai I think it is, Kai Kleinert, bought for, I think it was £19,500, yeah, from Lupa Martini, who were in the division below. I don't know if they're still there now. But got 3 goals in 5 appearances. Last season he got 9 goals in total. Not too bad a contribution. Can play a number of roles, mainly as an advanced forward, but he's very much a jack of all trades up front. He looks like he can play any role we give him pretty much. Target man, false 9, pressing forward. So we have spent almost £40,000 on those 2 players. Few free transfers in. We've got 3 loans if you include Milder. So I think we've got a decent squad. I don't think there's anyone else that's going to go. We might need to get rid of some, but the squad's looking good. So let's go through the games we played off screen. We started off with Moselswitz. It was a 1-1 draw, dropping points for the first time in the season in our 4th match. And yeah, like I said, this was 1-1, very even game. Could have gone either way, and it ended up with being a draw. Moselswitz scoring through Rintaro Yajima, a Japanese player, getting a goal early on, just the 11th minute. And we replied 10 minutes into the second half. Mark Brasnic, 55 minutes, equalising for Dynamo. That's how it ended. Other than the goals, not a lot to talk about. It was a pretty non-match, really. Nothing else much happened. But kept our unbeaten run going for 32 matches now. But unfortunately, 32 is where it ended. We lost 2-0 to Halle, who lead the division. They are unbeaten so far, and at this point they had won, I think it was 4 out of 4, and with this it was 5 out of 5. They have just drawn a match, so they've dropped points for the first time, but 6 games into the league, or maybe 7, I don't know, they are unbeaten. So we lost to a better team. Klisic scored on 11 minutes, Selkos scored on 22 minutes. We had just 1 shot on target. We didn't really help our case at all. We didn't play especially well in this one going forward. We did bounce back though. We got a 2-0 win at home against Bischofswerda. This was much better. We were better than them. Possession was a bit equal, but over double their shots. This was, much better. Nad McConnell with his 3rd goal of the season, 34 minutes, giving us a 1-0 lead in the first half. Azemi got his first goal of the season on 76 minutes to double our lead. It was a strong performance. We did end the match with 10 men, though. McConnell getting a red card 3 minutes from time is getting 2 yellow cards in the second half. So we did end with 10 men. He was suspended for the next match, but this was a good 2-0 win. Played much better than we did against Halle, and just bounced back from it. And then we won by the same scoreline in an away game against Luckenwalde. Again, we played very well. 20 shots to their 12, more possession than them. It went better. We did have, of course, McConnell suspended for this one. So Winter made his debut. Kolka played. Salah played at right midfield. We gave some debuts out, and they did pretty well. Kleiner had his debut from the bench as well. And he did okay. He got a chance created. He made a good pass. So not a bad start to his career. We'll give him some more starts later on, definitely. First goal coming from Mark Brasnic on 30 minutes to give us a lead. And then in the second half, Otis Broistedt scored to make it 2-0, 62 minutes. Also, he set up Brasnic's goal. Salah creating the Broistedt goal. So on his return to the club, he set up our second goal, did well. And this was a comfortable 2-0 win. We played well in this one. And lastly, against local rivals Victoria, it was a 0-0 draw. A bit of a stalemate here. Not a particularly good match. And no goals for either team. 4 shots on target to their 2. Looking at the actual stats, they had 1 half chance. We didn't create a chance. So that was a bit disappointing on our front. We could have won this match. Maybe should have won it. But like I said, didn't create anything. So a very dull match. But it's a very strong start to the season. We won our first 3. We did lose to Halle though. They're a very good team. That's going to be tough to overtake them. We'll see how they do. But we're looking good. A couple of draws, 1 defeat. And in the table, like I said, we're in 3rd place. If we can beat Fürstenwalde today, we will overtake them into 2nd. Halle, 22 points, unbeaten. They're going to be the ones to stop this season, and hopefully they do slip up. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait another season to get promoted. These guys look like they want to get straight back up to the 3rd tier, so we're going to try and stop them from doing that. But first up, we've got Fürstenwalde to overtake, and they've had an iffy start to the season, inconsistent form. So it was 2 draws against them last season. Hopefully we can beat them here and beat them for the first time. This is the team that played last. Didn't do too badly. We went McCliner over Azemi, but he had a pretty rough game. So I think we'll go back to Azemi. These two understand each other well. So I think having these 2 up front at the moment will make sense. We will have Kleiner in from time to time. He's expecting to play matches. So we'll definitely bring him in more in the future. Only change I made is that I've brought Milder onto the bench in place of Twardzik, just to get another option for the right hand side, and also because Chemnitz are complaining at how little is being played. But it's only like 6 or 7 matches into the season. There's plenty of time left. Okay, team talk's been not too bad. Kick off, and let's see what happens here. This is going to be a tough one. They've started well Fürstenwalde. They've had a very similar start to we have. They have dropped points, but for the most part done well. So it's going to be a tough one. 2 draws last season. Let's see if we can go one better and beat them this time. But they have an early corner here, and it's saved and it's cleared. Early chance for the home side there. And a free kick here. Kirstic about 20 yards out. Goes for goal, and it is a save by Hendel. What has happened there? What on earth was that? Emre Stang has put them in front. 12 minutes in. Very bizarre circumstances. Let's see what happened again. So he made the save from the free kick and then came out, for some reason tried to slide it instead of going to ground with his hands and left an open goal for Stang. I've got to say that's bizarre tactics by our goalkeeper. And hopefully it's not going to be the first of many goals. They've got the ball again here. And, oh my God, Bloom just... Did you see that diving header by Bloom? That was ridiculous. Right, not been the best starts of the match here. We've had one shot. They've had 8. They've got an injury, though, which is going to be interesting. But they've got the ball again here. This match is not going our way at all. That's a pretty bad header. Zaravsky, look how much space... That's not our Raya, is it? Silva's made the block. Was that Chris Raya? I think it might be. It is Chris Raya. Former player of ours again. And Lambak's on the bench as well. They've got 2 players we used to have. Stang taking the corner here. The goal scorer finds Broma, but Broma's header is over. We've not been in this match. We can't even get out of our half at the moment. This might be a chance to here, though. Doesn't quite win the header. Here is Stang. They're all over us. Broma. Come on. Warbs to Stang. Warbs again. We just can't get the ball off them. I'm not saying his name. He's got too many J's in his name. Balicki. And a header, and that's not on target. They're having so many shots. We've had one. We can't get out of here. We're going to go for a push forward. I mean, half-time could not come soon enough. We've had a pretty horrible half. Let's see if we can get a goal before the end here. Seaman to Salah. On his return to the club, of course. And Azemi dispossessed by Teal. It's a good tackle. And now Chris Raya on the attack here. That's a great tackle by McConnon. And now Silva. Can we get the ball forward here? Let's try and get some shots away, please. Bloom. Kolka. Maybe going a bit more direct would be the thing to do. Broystedt. We're looking good here, though. We're making some progress. That's a great ball for Brasnic. He took way too... He had time. He didn't need to hit that first time. He really didn't. He could have moved that one a bit further, taken a couple of touches. But not a great half. Really not. 2 shots on goal. And that last one... Like, he had so much more time then. And that's been a poor half. I mean, we shouldn't even have gone behind, but Hendel, I don't know what Hendel was thinking. Alright, we're going to make Kolka a bit more of an advanced playmaker. Try and get him involved in the attacking more. Can't move Salah further forward because he doesn't like it there. He's very much a deep winger. Brasnic has not done well, but we're going to give him a bit more time before maybe bringing on Kleinitz. But let's see if we can have a better second half here. We really haven't done well. I'm just wondering, do we go for a cautious style? Because they've been all over us. And maybe going for a more counter-attacking would work. We'll have to see. I'm going to go for a show some passion as well, because this hasn't been a great match. Goes long. Brasnic's got to get on the end of that. He does. You've got loads of time. Come on. Go for it. I mean, he did. It was on target at least, but Heiner, that was an easy save to make. And a free kick here again for Furstenwalder. And that's in. Niklas Thiel. 2-0 down. Like, here we go. It's, no good. He was just the first person to the ball, and there was just no desperation with the marking. The marking's not good. Alright, we need to make some changes. Salah's not had a good game, a 6.2. So we're going to bring on Milder. We're going to go attacking, because that's just not been good today. And I'm gonna take off Brasnic as well. We're going to get Kleiner up top. Haven't played well today. We've let them have way too many shots. Now they've got a corner, and there could be another goal here. Like, well, it's over. But they're winning too many headers. Last 10 minutes. I mean, let's go for like very attacking. It's not. I'm used to saying overload. It's not very. It's very attacking. It's not overload. Broystedt's going to come off for Urkic. Last 5 minutes of the match here. We've barely had a sniff at goal. It's not particularly good. Silva here. I mean, it's too late to really win anything. I think we're in the last 5 minutes. Kleiner here is on the end of this though. Goes for goal again. You had time. You don't need to shoot first time. Into injury time, we've been poor. We've been very poor. That was a weak performance. That was a weak performance. We had let them have way too many shots. We had just too few ourselves. McConnon played well, 7.1, but just nothing really created again. Let's look at the match stats. Did we actually create a chance there? We had we had chances. We had some chances, just didn't put them away. We just weren't very good. Gonna go assertive with the not happy. And they agree. Salah, I mean, it's a 6.1. So we've actually fallen to 4th of that. Chemnitz beating Nordhausen. And we've dropped a place. I was hoping to leapfrog Furstenwalder, not fall further back. Halle have lost their first match, actually. They lost to Babelsberg, so maybe they're not going to have a brilliant season. Maybe they're not too good for this league. But yeah, we could have caught them up, and we've lost. That's disappointing. We've got the bottom club next, our home. We should be winning that, and if we don't win that, then there's a few problems. But let's see what we've got coming up. So it's TB Berlin next, and then Berliner AK, who are 15th, Erfurt are 7th, and then Chemnitz and Leipzig. Ocklinik is 6th, and I think that's where we will next meet. Start of November. Again, it'll be 5 games off screen, which I think is the norm. We're just waiting for this league to open up a bit so that we know who our main rivals are. We know a lot from last season, but like I said, I think this division is wide open, that anyone can finish anywhere. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they're turning up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. We've lost a couple of games now this season. Hopefully not going to lose too many more. We'll try and win some more matches, and next time we're going to win on camera. I mean, we won 2-2 last time. We got up to a winning start, but today just didn't really turn up and didn't really create too much. And what we did create, we didn't put away. So hopefully we'll see some improvements, and next time against Ocklinik, we'll go for another win. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.